pothead, but I'm cooler now. Approach me too rough, I still smooth you out. I put metal in your mouth, root canal. I came to work, when I arrived, the tools was out. Providing proof for everybody who used to doubt. Traveling circus, constantly searching for new dudes to clown. Evade these lames in the pursuit of clout. Tell them, bitch nigga, turn your goofy down, move around. Wise guy in the game where these fools are bound. Player, but these haters changed the rules around. There was a time when enemies would duel it out, snitching. We ruled it out, but it's cool to do it now. Rude and foul since the juvenile. Beastin', yo bitch got me speechless from the way she use her mouth. Ruger, shooter, move a crowd. They wonder who the fuck is dude. We'll take the time to introduce him now. Heathen, savages, madmen, demon, blasphemous bastards leaking. After we attack and believe it can actually happen. Heathen, savages, madmen, demon, blasphemous bastards leaking. After we attack and believe it can actually happen. I invoke a spirit to make you fuckers mad. Supernatural, my pen levitates above the pad. My temperament shows the fact I don't give a shit. Put my sentiments in sentences, then dispense them. I give a fuck if I offend the simpletons. Abrasive when we debating, y'all niggas sensitive. I raise a racket like Sampras. Callous demanding that you bastards get thicker skin. Sasquatch, stomping all the ops and stopping him. Leaving footprints that none of y'all can follow in. I'm a rebel like Che Guevara. Draw the blade of a razor across your face, baby bopper sayonara. You don't want me aiming for you cause I maim opponents. They can't save you from that hex that I'm placing on you. I send you to your savior, homie. I'll be a while, so tell them to waste time fucking waiting for me. Heathen, savages, madmen, demon, blasphemous bastards leaking. After we attack and believe it can actually happen. Hello.
Yo, hold on, chewing gum. Good morning, people. Happy holidays to everybody that's on that type of thing. Welcome to the show. Today, this is an adult show with adult language, themes, and situations. You got delicate sensibilities or easily offended, then move around. This ain't for you. All right, hold on. Chat room is open. It was closed a second ago. I was going to do a broadcast earlier. I was having, I don't know, one of these deep reflective moments. It happens a lot, but I was having this moment while I was just considering some personal things, just like sizing up some things, trying, formulate a plan on things that I'm doing. So with that, you got to cover a lot of bases, right? And I kind of got stuck on this point of like existential aloneness, being alone in the universe, no matter what you're doing or who you're around, whatever, just at the end of the day, just being alone, right? And I was going to talk about it, but then I kind of put it to the side, right? Start doing some other stuff. Got up a couple hours ago, whatever, caught a couple of broadcasts. I think, I didn't look again, but a little while ago, Jimmy was doing the show and Rio and a few people was over there. So shout out to them, And it's the same old conversation about what's going on right now, and it's to be expected. And I also caught the show of this other person and what they was talking about, right? And when I started like really, because like the last couple of days, let me say this. The last couple of days, I just kind of been sitting back, you know what I'm saying? We're dealing with some personal shit anyway, but kind of just sitting back watching, you know what I mean? Watching the moves of a few people, right? Not really on some judgmental, just observing, you know? And I don't know, I just kept coming back to this one little point, you know, and I don't really want to get on, I don't want to get on nothing negative. I don't want to say nothing like really foul or nothing like that, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I'm getting old. I have a birthday in a week, you know what I mean? And all of the like goofiness and all that other stuff, I'm really not with. I'm just, I don't know, I guess I'm feeling my age. I just want to just do different shit. I don't know, you know? I just want to talk about a couple of things, if y'all don't mind, you know? I'll acknowledge everybody in the chat room in a minute, because I just, normally I'll be playing music and have a long ass intro, and I just wanted to talk, you know? What I see with a lot of people, and nothing against nobody, and I'm not just talking about the few names that y'all hear frequently. I'm talking about the wide majority of people that we're familiar with on here, black people, that is. I'm noticing that people just want to matter. At the end of the day, I'm talking about from the people leaving comments in the chat room to the people doing the shows to the trolls and everybody. For the most part, people want to matter. And if you really pay attention, motherfuckers are just like voicing whatever they have to voice because, you know what I'm saying, they haven't had an opportunity to it. When you step back and look at the internet on a whole, that's what it is. A bunch of pseudo celebrities, you know what I mean, doing their star thing. When you listen to like music these days, I'm like, everybody fucking singing. Like, niggas always wanted to be fucking singers and R&B stars and shit like that. And I'm just seeing it everywhere. And again, I have nothing negative to say about it. These are just observations. Even though you can hear like some disdain or disgust in my voice, it's just like, my personal preferences aside, I'm just like, I'm seeing it's a lot of the same shit everywhere, right? And I'm like, people want to matter. I'll say that, put a pin in that. I want to jump to something else. So I'm listening to this one person running his mouth and how this person is claiming that everybody is dead, right? But he's mentioning all he's indirectly mentioning all these people, or he just say this person's name or whatever, right? Then he'll say other little shit like he's hinting to shit. And I'm like, that shit is real cute. But I'm like, man, at the end of the day, dude, it's a rap. You know what I'm saying? The writing on the wall and you can't read graffiti. That's just really what it boils down to, bruh. Like, it's gone. I'ma say it. And this is for, you know what I'm saying, your bum buddy over there. All right? I'm looking at you. I'm listening to you. And I'm watching what you're doing. 3 weeks turned into 3 days. And then you come right back, hard charging on everything that was said. You responding to tone space. You making songs to people. You know what I'm saying? And people stalking you and all of that, right? Now, before I even get into anything, I just want to say how hilarious it was to watch you. I'm talking about a week removed from being like thrown under the motherfucking universe by Christ Council, right? A week later, you try to jump right back in the mix like ain't shit happened. You had the audacity to talk about Joy Kinnae made a video nobody responded to. You want to know why? Everybody made a video to you and you ain't responded. And guess what? I know why. First off, it's hilarious to the motherfucker for you to sit back and talk about she talked about everybody, ain't nobody saying nothing, when everybody has been talking about you nonstop for a week. Now I heard you try to do that little tongue-in-cheek, passive-aggressive, like foul shit and offset what you've been on, but the truth of the matter is that whole little thing about you, you know what I'm saying, enjoying boy face, that really put like a real fucked up tint on everything that you're talking about. So to hear you jump back on that no Thanksgiving crap, number one. Number two, to see like your comeback behind that shit was you gonna double down on your amount of begging. You gonna change your tears on Patreon. Like, really? Hey, whatever floats your boat. I don't have nothing negative to say about that. Do what you do, right? This is just a grown man conversation. That's why I really don't want to respond to the chat room, right? I love how you have this, it's different when it's you. You got complaints and all kinds of conversation, but it's different when it's you. You might not understand what I'm talking about, right? But I'll just say this. You always sitting up and saying somebody's ugly. Somebody's ugly. Somebody's ugly. What do you think you look like? Do you ever internalize that? Like, a better question is, do you think you're handsome? You think you look good? When you sit up and you talk about somebody's body, right? I'm just saying, if you ever take your shirts off, obviously you do because you switch between the few that you have. You don't see what we can see through the clothes? That's a nice physique to you? You're a specimen? You got it popping? That's all I want to know. You have this real fascination with the word ugly. Ugly comes out your mouth more than anything. And you ugly, and you ugly, and you ugly. Two things. One, if a person in fact thought that they was ugly and you identify it, what outside of a psychological scar you think they're going to take from that? Most people that, you know what I'm saying, are considered unattractive is usually, you know what I'm saying, features, which is a part of genetics. Who can control that? Or if you, second part, if you say that somebody's ugly, should they, beat a path somewhere and start hooking their looks up? Again, that goes back to, what do you think you look like? Or is it just, it's different when it's you? You feel me? I'm going to break it down real simple. Like I was saying, you know what I'm saying, people want to matter, right? In the case of this bum, just feel me. It's more than that. This is a person who wants the world to revolve around them. You know what I mean? I'll give you an example. Tonight, he was running off his mouth and he was talking with a whole lot of passion and happy winter solstice for all you stupid ass motherfuckers and blah, blah, blah. Right? You dumb as fuck if you don't know the alternative stories that he knows. He learned through YouTube and Zeitgeist probably, but because, you know what I'm saying, he knows something or he feels he knows something that you don't know, you're a dumbass for not knowing what he knows. Failing to stop their fucking thinking and just realize the simple fact that you learned the same shit that they learned. So there was probably a time in your life growing up, you know what I'm saying, when your mama was buying you shit, if that happened, right, where you participated in Christmas and Christmas school grab bags, giving gifts, receiving gifts, and all of that. When you came to your realization and understanding, that means something was presented to you that alternate information appealed to you more than the story you was going to, or it won you over, or it convinced you that the other shit was false, or you just heard some shit and you just went along with it. To have knowledge of what everybody else is operating from and call them stupid for not believing in what you believe in makes you stupid. The job ain't to flex, you know what I mean, whatever information you have as a badge. It's to share the information. Being mad at people, you know what I'm saying, for being, under the control of some programming that you was under is pretty fucking retarded. The same way when you sit up and you say, well, I don't understand why y'all ain't attacking this person when you was just attacked and you doing everything in your power to avoid that shit. You want the world to revolve around you. Now, going back to what I said before, the main reason why, I don't even believe that you actually on here trying to play. I've been watching you. You struggling with it, but I'm like, you on here playing games. I heard my man yapping about he gonna do this and that to Mike Mills, and then he started, he kept on talking. Then he was like, yeah, and you be like, oh, he bothers you because he mocks your laugh. He's smaller than you. He represents something to you, so you want to beat him up. You gonna knock him out, and you don't care, and you gonna get to the other people. I don't have no fight for you no more, bro. You engage in homosexual acts with men. I don't want that on me, bro. Like, I don't want like, if I have any type of physical altercation with you, it's gonna, like, because I'm heterosexual, it's gonna be perceived as a hate crime because I spoke on it and how I don't have no respect for you and blah blah blah, right? That's the first thing. On the flip side of it, to hear you on here and your main thing is you want to convince everybody how you not broke, how you not broke, how you not broke. People calling you broke means what? You grown. You know what you can do. You know what you're capable of and all of that. What difference does it make? Because what people think means a lot. And that's been the issue this entire time. That's the reason why you get down the way you get down. It's understandable. It is what it is. If you're in a town, a small town at that, I'm in a college town, so similar situation, right? And everybody that's familiar with you think of you in a low regard. They call you a bum. I'll take you back to I can't think of the young lady's name, but the chick that's, got a kid by your son. When she was on your dick and she was like, everybody calls you a bum. She didn't know how people on here talk about you. She was talking. She kept saying, he's a bum, he's a bum, he's a bum, he's a bum, 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 bum. When people saw you on camera years ago and they came to the conclusion that you was dusty looking and bummy and all this other shit, it wasn't just by chance. It's because of what you look like and what you talk like. You talk like a nothing ass dude. Straight up. Now, going from that whole little shit, everybody think that you broke. You are broke. So what? The worst part about it, right? Everybody was speculating on how bad you was doing, but all of that shit was like cleared up when Baby Girl got on the thing and like, yeah, this is what it is. You don't have a wardrobe that's been, spoken about too many times. When people talk about it, it ain't just in the essence of how you look superficially and what you have materialistically. It's really your appearance. You look like you don't care much for yourself. That's some bum shit. If you had any amount of money coming on a regular, you would have different articles of clothing. When you get some money, you've showed exactly what I'm talking about. Be it a hat, be it a shirt, be it a jacket, be it this, that, or the other. You'll get that's what happens when you start getting money on a regular. You're just out and you start getting shit on impulse. Welcome to regular life, bro. That's the first thing. Second, if you wasn't broke, then your lifestyle would reflect something differently. Even if you was at your mom's house, you would have a different setup. Like, for instance, right, with your green screen, the shit with the hole in it, right? You had some money that you would have replaced that already. You holding on to that for some reason. When people tell you how bad your visual looks, your shit is you need to get some lights. You just need a lamp. That's it. A fucking lamp. A $5 ring light. That's all the fuck you need. I remember when you was on here mystified by some bullshit light up USB fucking speaker and shit. Well, the same place you got that rinky dink shit from, you can get a goddamn little fucking LED light, bro. And there you go. You're welcome. And if you had that, you could take down that raggedy shit behind you. Just use the green screen. Another thing, no one's ever seen your environment. You're always talking about people not showing, they not having no furniture, they in an empty house. And I'm like, that. Let me make sure I clear this up. You were talking shit about somebody, Rio, from Chicago, who don't have a car, and talking about your cars. And your argument was, they yours, you paid for them, so it don't matter if they run or not and all of that shit. Right, it's different when it's you. So, same thing. When you're talking about people's houses and furniture, you have neither. What are you talking about and why? You feel me? Because you want the world to revolve around you. The same way everybody's dumb for not knowing the bullshit you learned on YouTube. Everybody's dumb for not agreeing that you want the world to revolve around you, because it doesn't anywhere else. That's the reality. Another point, right? You get back on talking about Cat. Of all the people that's talking about you, it's Cat. Yeah, when you talk to a female, it's to fuck. Like, bro, you a middle-aged man. Are you serious? You're online campaigning that? And I'm not saying you wrong for like implied dominance or no shit like that. You know, if I talk to a female, who are you telling that shit to? Because you're not telling it to the females that you're talking to. You're telling that shit to a general audience. You care what people think on a major level, bro. I told you, give me $1,000 off top, because to you that sounds cool and playerish and all that shit. I'm from the Midwest too, bro, so I know what you want. I got you. I feel you, right? But that shit don't fly everywhere else, because everybody don't live by the Midwest sensibilities. Some people think of that shit as some freeloading shit. Most people from the Midwest, young cats, they ain't really got it. Tell a bitch to drop it, she drop it. Yeah, she dropped that money because she know what it is. Like, maybe she had it to give and she just playing a motherfucking role to get something. Some people don't mind. Like, to you, $1,000 is a lot of money. Some people may think $1,000 ain't shit. And if that's all it takes to make you do what they want you to do in the end, that's a you know what I'm saying, reasonable sacrifice for some people. But if you ain't been around or had it like that, then you may not understand that. I get it. Every time you get on here and you like, yeah, they just acting like I had told them. Who you telling that shit to? The audience, invisible people. Because you want people to perceive you a certain way. Because in real life, people perceive you a certain way. It explains itself, bro. That's why I'm like, man, I don't even want to fight you no more. I don't want to do nothing to you. Everything that you was on explained itself. There's nothing to be mad about. You got on here talking shit about Mike. I'm not trying to defend Mike. You talking shit to Mike because you think he an easy win. That's all that is, bro. That's it. Probably that and some shit laced with your jealousy about him fucking Jamila or some other shit. But it's not even worth worrying about, bro. You fuck with dudes too. So it's like, yeah, whatever. Right? Oh, something else. And my man was yapping on and on about something about he gonna call people in relationships they under bitch contract. And I was like, that's cute. Especially for a nigga who just tried 3 times in a row to motherfucking be in one. So you want to be under bitch contract. You just mad because you can't make that shit motherfucking work or something? Is that what it is? Because I remember this chick named Phoenix not even 2 weeks ago. You feel me? And how you was harassing her husband and that was your girl now and blah, 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 blah. So you wanted to be under bitch contract. You were signing yourself up for abuse. Or is that just something cool to say because you ain't in a relationship right now? How about when your single broke sitting in your mama's house ass talking about, I'm going to talk about people in a relationship. Meaning what? Oh, people should look at it like you. When don't nobody want you, then you don't want nobody to want nobody. That's really what it boils down to. But when you pursuing a motherfucker, then it's something completely motherfucking different. Why? Because you want to be a big deal. Because you're not. Now, I will admit, everybody talking about the same thing and rehashing it over and over and over is becoming a bit monotonous and redundant, right? But what the fuck do you expect? All the people you harassed, ridiculed, harangued, all that. The people that you just got on their fucking nerves with your stupid shit. Patricia, how many weeks did you talk about her? How many weeks did you talk about what she had going on and what her, like every time you start talking about what's going on with her ex-man and all this other shit, what that got to do with you? Y'all was talking, she implied that y'all was gonna have sex and then she denied it publicly. Like, you a player, right? Ain't that what chicks do? She knew what time it was. She agreed that she was gonna suck. Who are you trying to convince of that? When that's something that went on between you and her, you need the world at large to know. And she's a this. And after talking all this, you was gonna have this clandestine fucking rendezvous with her. Right behind that, and she's all of these bad body, fucked up looking. Why, bro? So why was you gonna fuck her? Lame opportunity. You'll fuck anything that you can. So I'm like, you can't talk about one without talking about the other, bro. You can't get to she's a fucked up person and her dude did this and that. That means that you was talking to her. What was you talking to her for? Well, any woman that I talked to is about to fuck, so you was trying to fuck. So why would you try to fuck somebody who you find unattractive? That's just a real fucking question. You online talking about it now. It didn't go down. You didn't let it go and move on, but they supposed to. Yeah, it's different when it's you. You need people to see you some kind of way. Same thing with Tiffany. You need people to see you some kind of way. Same thing with Cat Smith. You sit back and I don't see why y'all believe the white girl, but how many times did you defer to her to confirm one of your stories? How many times did you defer to her when you was talking about Tiffany? You play between both of them. Yeah, Tiffany told me so and so. Yeah, Cat told me so and so. You just a catty in the middle of shit, bullshit ass nigga. When something's going on with Kevin Leroy, you the biggest mouth and you didn't and blah 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 and this that and the money. Like, dude, you sit up on some, but hey, you want to be a big deal. Of everything that's going on, you going back 2 fucking summers about when she was grabbing on my dick. Dudes, y'all was playing the game. It is what it is. The way you played the game is okay. The way she played the game is wrong. No, and then when you come on and talk about all the shit that she was doing, who you trying to convince of that? If you have knowledge that you could have fucked old girl and all this other bullshit, why ain't that enough for you? You need everybody else to see her in the negative light and see you in the positive light, because what people think of you matters. Look, man, grow up. It's a wrap, bro. If you got back up on here and people like gonna bypass the shit that was put out by a completely neutral person, there are rumors of you being on some pedophilic shit. You on some fucking suspect homosexual shit. You on some broke bum shit, bro. And everybody's fucking thoughts and assumptions of you was confirmed. You come back, jump right back in that mix while acting defensive, playing it off, bro. Listen, man, grow up. Get over that shit, bro. Listen, you can't make up for how the real world is on some make-believe shit. I understand why you want to go viral. You want to go viral because then everybody will know you, right? You possibly make some money and you'll be famous. You could tell everybody I told you so. Let me tell you something, man. Your dreams are lies. Period. Your dreams are lies. When you was talking about Michelle stop believing in your dreams, she stopped believing in your lies. Your shit is lies, bro. It's lies that you tell yourself that what you doing is gonna lead to something. Your dreams are lies, bro. You don't have a goal. You ain't doing shit. You just running your mouth. When you sit on here and you talk about the law of attraction, all this other bullshit, you're trying to appear intelligent, right? Just be yourself, bro. Most smart people, how you perceive a person is smart is because you pick up on references and things they saying just when they just talking. They just say the shit inadvertently and you pick up on it. The way they handle shit, they problem solving. You're trying to convince motherfuckers you are smart because you know people know that you're not. Just relax. You know you're not attractive, so you got to get on here and talk. What I mean by that, you're not appealing. So you have to get on here and sell off this bullshit charisma and all this old dumbass shit. And it's like, it's really corny. It only appeals to stupid people, bro. People who know what situation you in is willing to bypass that for the sake of being part of a chat room, bro. They'll let you know what they own. They own the same shit you own. When you get on here and talk shit about relationships and all the fuck you want to do is be loved, bro. Come on, man. Shut up. You want to matter, man. Listen, you in mom's crib or whatever the fuck. You door dashing. Ain't no shame in that. Get your money how you get your money. You don't hear explaining a bunch of bullshit because you don't want motherfuckers to think that you broke. Like, bro, if you wasn't, you would be the fuck out your mama's house or living differently in that bitch. Again, nobody's seen your surroundings. They only see the back of that wall and them damn picnic chairs, them plastic ass outdoors picnic chairs your ass be sitting in and shit. But we ain't gonna talk about all that shit. You down there with a piecemeal ass fucking room. I wouldn't be surprised if you got like your shit on a card table or on a broken piece of wood with a couple milk crates. You're probably down there sitting on some really, really just like bad type shit or whatever. But it is what it is. Remember, you was on here buying couches and you was on here buying fucking fake digital fucking fireplace heater, TV stand, stupid shit. Why ain't you decorating your room? Making your shit fly. With your money having ass. Anyway, man, I just got on here to say that, man. It's common sense, bro. I don't want to mix in with the conversation with a bunch of motherfuckers who get online to matter. You know what I mean? I'm not online for that. People don't want to hear real shit no more. They want that phony shit. They want fake, sensationalist, in the moment, dog people out shit. Everybody's on it. Or they want to see a fake ass smile. They want to see fake ass charisma, energy, magnetism. It's easy to do that, especially if you're a performer. Motherfuckers don't want to see the authentic individual now. They want something prepackaged that they could fucking judge, criticize, like or dislike and shit like that. And they don't want no fucking feedback or no repercussions for their behavior. That's what it all boils down to. People ain't on this motherfucker to support. They on here to like help push trends. You know what I mean? To be a fan and shit like that. Yo, I've tried real fucking hard to like not just come like this, right? But I'm really disgusted with society. Just in general. I don't need nothing from nobody or none of that shit. I'm just what I'm looking at, just like, ugh. The more I see it, the more I just want to like fall back and just do my little business. I don't even want to talk to motherfuckers no more. It's like all of this shit is fake. Everybody's phony. You feel me? Everybody's phony. Everything around us is fake. I want to take y'all to a point that like really got me on this. Like the way I sound may sound tripped out to y'all, but I'm really on some peaceful shit. I was thinking about education. Now, education is memory, right? And they grade you on memory, how good you could regurgitate somebody else's facts, right? Then I started thinking about all the shit that, like, I'll go back to a reference that old boy made. I know the same shit about the Christmas not being Christ's holiday. I learned that shit in Jehovah's Witnesses. You know what I'm saying? Christmas not being not being Christ's birthday. It's the same day as Horus. All these different Baal worship and sun worship practices and traditions, pagan holiday, pagan traditions all happen on this day, and they just took it, converted, transferred, blah blah blah. Right. So anyway, just going off that, I was like, so in school we was graded on our ability to remember bullshit. Like how I believe now, our entire education was some bullshit. I believe history is a lie. Time and all the other shit been manufactured. Like I believe that we live in a complete, like, constructed false ass reality on top of a fucking simulation, right? Since I believe in that, I can't accept anything that was given to me through, the academic curriculum, right? So fuck school, right? The universal truths are the universal truths, like chemistry, science, mathematics. That's reality. Social studies we know is a fucking lie because they've been lying to us about what happened with everything. History is a lie because we know it's been motherfucking created. Everything else is based off those things. Home economics down. So the only truths we have in that shit is science and motherfucking math, right? Check this out. On the same thing, we were graded by how good we regurgitated the information that was trying to be shoved into our fucking heads. Think about everybody who was a bad student. Were they a bad student? Or were they smart for not fucking taking the programming and they just fucking like labeled them in society? Think about it. In school, they give you the same rating approval system just like this internet shit. If you regurgitate the shit back word for word, you get A's. And the less, like the less perfect your memory is, it goes down. B, C, D, E, F, B, C, D, F, right? Anyway, I'm thinking, right? The whole little bad student shit makes the people in the world look down on you, which brings down your self confidence, right? And you don't aspire to do shit because you've been told that, well, you didn't achieve over here. The only people who get a bypass on that is athletes. Think about it. An athlete doesn't have to be intellectually fucking smart, and they push them through school because of what they do for the schools. Well, I'm talking about the top tier, you know what I'm saying, high A1 prospects. I'm not talking about just the regular average everyday motherfucker, you know, the stars in the making, the 1 in a million kids. Because not all of the 1 in a million kids make it either. Right, so you got some that get pushed along. You get some that get passed through because of their family gave money, their family's name and shit like that, or the perfect little pretty kids that the teachers like. Everybody else is based on how good you remember. But think about motherfuckers who don't fit into those categories. They kind of get pushed to the fucking side. Are they programmed to be the derelicts of the world? You feel me? If your first interaction with society is one that labels you, you know what I mean, an outcast or not good enough, inadequate, and all that other shit, right? What you supposed to do when that shit carries so much weight? When you a kid, the only thing you can get acknowledged for other than being somebody's child is how you perform in school, because it becomes a bragging point for your parents. If you're an A student, my child's an A student. My child is on the honor roll. Your child is exceptional at remembering some bullshit. That's what it all comes down to. He's not doing well in school. I don't know what's wrong with him. He can't seem to learn. He can't seem to remember this bullshit that they're making us remember. So because of that, you get treated different, and your perspective towards the world is different. And then after you already got labeled, the more you try to fit in, the more you try to like win and achieve, the more scrutiny is given. You might, you know what I'm saying, I know it happened to 1 million kids. You fuck up at first, you come through, get down real hard, now they give you a C. Oh, they see that you trying, right? But it's going to give you a fucking C because you fucked up before. Think about the impact of that. So coming out of all that shit I'm talking about, I'm like, how can you be mad at people? Like, just generally speaking, how can you be mad at people? Motherfuckers out here who own some cutthroat shit, that started somewhere. There are people who are inherently bad, who are inherently evil. But for the most part, people are the way they are because of how the world dealt with them. And you can't jump into a person's head and make them accept things and deal with things and process things and develop emotional maturity and all that other shit. People deal with the world how they deal with the world. There are a lot of people who deal with the world from a point of finality. They just gave up. I'm just going to do this. There's people who in the world that things have gone their way pretty much, so they never had to aspire to anything else. So they cool with the system that they in. There's some people that was beat down mentally by their parents and shit like that, so they was forced to live a way they didn't want to live. You feel me? So we got all these different flavors and angles of what can mold a personality. How can you judge anybody? Even going back to the bomb. Yo, do you know what it's like to be forced back home? You out doing your thing. You just living your life. Say, for instance, he was doing everything. He was carrying everything in the crib. I said it 1,000,000 times. That's why it's always good to have something stashed or something that you can liquidate, because ain't nothing guaranteed. You in this relationship for this long ass time, you ain't thinking about what if we break up? What if I have to? What if? Most people not. Then when the motherfucking bricks fall, like, damn, I got to do something else. You get pushed back into this situation. Anybody that have to go to like, man, I put all my money over here. I didn't have none stashed. We broke up. I don't have nowhere to go. That's an understandable situation, despite how you may feel about this particular person. I'm talking about remove the bum from it. Put any other dude in it. Damn, he was holding no girl down. They broke up. She didn't even give a fuck. She just moved another nigga in. He out there fucked up. And he did everything for her. Say it was like that for the bum. Going home would be embarrassing. Going home and a bunch of bills hitting you. You can't seem to make heads or tails. Can't get your head above water. Because we all had those times when it seems like everything is coming at us. Right? You have less respect for a motherfucker who can't keep it real and just say that. Motherfucker play like, you know what I'm saying, it don't hurt when you can see their asses bleeding. You feel me? You at the crib. You can't make heads or tails of what's going on. Resources, your little income is sporadic. You have those good days, you have those nothing days, you have those bad days. You feel me? Now, on top of that, you trying to convince every motherfucking body you have a regular lifestyle with that when it's noticeable, right? What difference do it make? You just living. It's respectable when you can speak on it, something else when you're misrepresenting yourself. Because life ain't just, I ain't broke. Life is gas money, insurance, food, creature comforts, weed, cigarettes, blah, 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 wardrobe, rent, lights, utilities, cell phone. You feel me? Life is on top of that, especially if you got child support. It is what it is, man. I noticed a motherfucker talking crazy about this one, Joy Kane, baby crying, baby crying, baby crying, baby crying. Like, bitch, it's Christmas. You ain't doing shit for your kids. You don't celebrate Christmas. Bitch, it's Christmas. Everybody talking right now about how the fuck you just dogged out your grandchild. Bitch, you sitting up here talking about what you gonna do to Mike Mills when a motherfucker just came to your door 2 times in a row and that's a motherfucker that you gotta fight with. That's a motherfucker who got a beef with you. But now you want to convince YouTube you going to go, I'm going to grab him up by his braids and beat his ass because he mocked you online? Because ain't shit been done to you. But a motherfucker who you violated for real, in real life when they get at you, you ain't got no words for them. You got words for a motherfucker in like 3 or 4 states away. No matter who the fuck it is, you going to do all of this shit. Again, I'm not to sound redundant. The nigga that murked your motherfucking brother, you ain't mentioned shit twice about him. I'm gonna hold a grudge and I let it go. But you can't do it with YouTube people? You want to be a big deal, man. Hey, give me 1 second, fam.
Enough to face beside and you dare to wake a titan. Zeus slings lightning. Cyclops, nigga, my vision is different. You midgets is tripping, trying to race a giant. Raise the iron like a bench press, shred and rip flesh. Fuck these kids up. Yup, Virgo incest. Big S, without the cape and boots, strong fly dude with freeze breath. Every phrase I say is cool. I make a move like eviction, do my 1-2 without restrictions, jaws, and I'm fine. I need more paper, nigga. Sid Fish, deliver this with malicious intentions. You pretending like your life not an empty existence. Start to resemble the women you live with. In other words, you niggas look like bitches. That's why. That's why. When I watch the game, I wonder what y'all on. Your song's born, your video starting to look like soft porn. No regard for this art form. Faggot cats start wars with the top dogs just to take their spots from them. It's all about who pitched and popped on the block more. I wonder if all y'all doing y'all thug shit the way Pac showed you. Almost stopped flowing. Sick of playing the game and not scoring. Strange strategy, now your squad got a spot for me. Make sure everything that I drop scorcher. Wanna have the first release with no tracks that you fast forward. Hoes wanna act corny.
My man Pride said you was on the road. Nah, I ain't done, man. I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, take a little breather, run to the bathroom. John Walker Prize, B, Wizzle, what's happening? Taco Togetherness, all right. I don't know who these goofies typing other shit. Dub, Cut the Chisel, and Milan, what's popping with y'all, man? Look, again, like I was saying, I don't want to sit up here and act like, you know what I'm saying, I'm going against what I was just saying. You can't be mad at somebody who's on some stupid shit. Personally, right? If you're a middle-aged man and you trying to espouse this single lifestyle or whatever, who am I to judge that? That's just what you believe. If you believe that everybody else should feel the way that you feel, not only would that cause like a major disruption socially and fuck up a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? A person will have to question what your motivation is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I don't want to be on some judgmental shit. But let's talk about it, right? For a second. You put your worth and your value in how people perceive you. What I mean by that is, a lot of these dudes in the world, you know what I'm saying, they want people to approve of the girl that they with. You know, I've talked about that before. They want to see how much props they get for this chick. Oh, she looks like this, or she's built like this, or she's built like that, right? And a lot of dudes use that when they going after a chick. They really don't even measure the personality or if they even compatible with this motherfucker. They just see some visual shit and they run on it. Again, big titties, big ass, big thighs, big legs, pretty skin, all of those shit, you know what I'm saying, appeals to a lot of us, right? But then after that, you know what I'm saying, what happens when you have to interact with this person? If you're a middle-aged man and you like, you know what I'm saying, you getting up in age in the high 40s, you know what I'm saying, 50s and all of that, most guys that I know, and I'm not saying that everybody has to be on the same thing, right? When the thrill of the streets go away, you know what I mean? The thrill of the chase, the strip clubs, the just being out there, you know, when you're too old for the stupid shit, right? Some people might want to spend a lot of time by themselves contemplating shit, going fishing, doing shit like that. Everybody has a different look. But when you 45 and you trying to sell to the public this bachelor lifestyle, but it's really coming from a place of like frustration because you can't maintain a relationship for whatever reason, be it financial, be it emotional, be it whatever. You're not the center of the world in that. And I can tell that's the reason why you like have a problem with it. Why? Because of how you're looking at the world. Going back to the same thing with school. You believe you have to be this and that and the other because of what the world told you had to be. We live in a bullshit world. Be who the fuck you want to be. We live in a world that tells you that you should have these qualities, these attributes, and these virtues if you don't have money, this, that, and the third. Why do you have to do that if that ain't the world you come from? Be who you gonna be. The reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because this is common sense. If you can't embrace who the fuck you are, why should anybody else embrace it? Getting online, talking shit about a bunch of people ain't gonna take away from the reality of your pitiful life. Some people are just ordinary. Some people are exceptional. Wanting to be an exceptional person if you're ordinary is just a waste of time. You can only be who the fuck you are. Most exceptional people don't even know they're exceptional. They're too busy just being them. What makes them exceptional is the people who can't do what they're doing, taking note of that. Shine in your own lane. Stop trying to shine in another person's lane just because you see them shining. That's gay shit. And I try to tell people all the time, if you can get comfortable in your own skin, a lot of your problems will go the fuck away. Too many people out here measuring themselves by the fucking world. How do you sit up and use another motherfucker as the ruler to your life? Oh, well, you ain't got what I got. I don't want what the fuck you got. I'm not one of those people. Again, I'm not trying to tell nobody how to live, but I'm not one of those people that get mad when I see somebody else with something, and I don't sit up and think about how the fuck did they get that. It ain't none of my fucking business. To me, it's common sense. People do what they need to do to get what the fuck they want to get, be it illegal or, you know what I'm saying, dishonest or whatever. Motherfuckers that want BMWs do what they need to do to get a motherfucking BMW. I don't sit up and be like, man, how'd you get that BMW? Because I don't give a fuck about BMWs. You feel me? How that nigga wearing a Cuban link? I don't fucking care. I don't place Cuban links on no high ass fucking level. I don't think having a Cuban link turns you into anything. And fuck all that. It's the same thing with everything else. I don't wonder what he got over me, because whatever the fuck dude got doesn't mean shit to me. That's just me. And I'm like, when I see people talking about, and that's why I got a so-and-so, like you say that as if everybody's supposed to have a whatever the fuck it is you're talking about. But you have to understand, we live in a world where they make these different barometers and scales and different levels that you're supposed to jump to. When people reach those levels, they want to be acknowledged, and they find out, you know what I'm saying, sadly, that ain't how the world work. I'll give you an example. People listen to the old saying, and you hear people say all the time, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, right? And if you work hard, working hard don't guarantee you shit but getting tired. You're guaranteed to get tired if you work hard, right? You're not guaranteed good results from working hard. You can work your ass off and be doing something wrong and you just tired and the shit fucked up. Working hard working hard ain't its own reward. Blisters, calluses, you know what I'm saying, being exhausted. I don't see no prize in that. Every fucking body feels differently about everything. But working hard does not always end in a reward. And when people sit up and tell you that bullshit, there's a million motherfuckers in the world like, yo, I worked my ass off for this and I didn't get it. And then they'll switch, well, did you do so-and-so? They always have like another, you know what I'm saying, move the goalpost a little bit. All of it's bullshit. You know a million people in the world who's successful and they ain't work hard at all. They didn't do a fucking thing. There's a lot of people that's been successful and it's been handed to them. So when you talk that hard work shit, get the fuck out my face. There's people out here trying to sell you on their existence. This is how it works for me. So everything that works for this person ain't gonna work for the next. And motherfuckers don't understand that. So when you see people online just talking about stupid shit, for instance, I don't understand why if you say what you got going on in your life, it's bragging. Yeah, I'm doing blah, blah, blah. Oh, you over here bragging. Bragging? About what? What are you talking about? How do you boast about saying, well, I'm doing blah, blah, blah? It's only a boast to a person who ain't never thought about it, who don't aspire to it. To them, it seems like a boast, like you're flexing above them. If you didn't feel inadequate or insecure, your mind wouldn't even be on that shit, trying to rationalize why I'm doing something. Yo, learn how to live and let live, man. Learn how to live and let live. You believe that people need to see you a certain way, you're going to act a certain way. If you believe you have the right to just exist and be, you know what I'm saying, on your own thing, then it's going to reflect. That's all I be trying to tell people. Just live your life. Everybody full of shit. The world is not out to get you. The world is out to get their own. You feel me? There are some people, there are some people that are concerned with everything, this goddamn coffee, y'all. There's people in the world that are concerned with a whole bunch of shit that like shouldn't concern them. You can't do nothing about that, but try to protect yourself from if they get too psychotic or that's all you can do. But you can't control nobody's thoughts. You can try, you can sit up there and beg a person to do some shit or try to beat them into doing it. At the end of the day, people are just people and they're going to do what they're going to do. But again, man, when I'm looking at motherfuckers online trying to matter, they want to be the center of the universe. They want to have a voice. Yeah, you can't hate on it because you understand where it comes from. But after a while, just a person like me, I'm just like, okay, well, I see what it is, bro, and it's kind of corny. But, hey, my opinion don't matter. I'm just giving it. That's it. I don't know, man. I think that, I said before, people don't know what's going to make them happy. I truly believe people don't know what happy is. I think you just try to stop the pain of knowing that your life don't mean shit. And if your life does have meaning, like you have a purpose that you're trying to pursue, that only matters to you, no matter how lofty your goals are. No offense. Again, like I said, I was just sitting here listening to this desperate ass dude talk about stupid shit. And I'm like, bro, you're avoiding a situation that you caused. If you wasn't on here talking shit about everybody, then you wouldn't have an issue with everybody talking about the shit that's going on with you. You wouldn't have nothing to avoid. If you wasn't trying to project a certain fucking image, and you wouldn't be so ashamed of what you think people think of you. And everybody think I'm broke. What difference do it make? You told motherfuckers that I'm broke and I could give a fuck less. It's all about what matters to you and why. You feel me? Again, fam, I don't want to see nobody doing bad. I don't want to see nobody going through what the fuck I went through. So that's why I try to share shit with you. Like Seneca said, you know what I'm saying? Most suffering is imagined. Most suffering is more imagined than real. You suffer more in your mind than you do in the real world, to tell you the truth. And if you stop and think about it, you make things into a big deal because things are just what they are. You feel me? I don't know. Maybe it'll make sense to some of y'all. Maybe it won't. But I just saw some shit and I feel like I need to speak on it. Like, bro, you really need to move the fuck on. Because as far as like the precedent that you set with all that stupid shit and the roasting and cooking, you painted yourself into a corner. Acting like you didn't ain't gonna make it go away. Acting like people didn't have their thoughts if you confirmed ain't gonna make it go away. Hating on people in relationships because you not in one ain't gonna make you cool. It is what it is, bro. If you did what you did, stayed gone for 3 days, came back, your numbers are the same, I think now would be a real good time to transition into something else. If it's going to be your fucking time to fly, why not go ahead and take fucking flight? Especially when you've already ruined one half of your audience or your target base, you know, the motherfuckers you use for content. I'm just saying, do you want to keep playing shows with people talking about you being a pedophile and enjoying boy face? Maybe you should move something else. Or not, I don't know. Y'all have a good one.